Good evening, boys and girls. Welcome back to another episode of the Foxes 30. Hopefully, you guys can all hear me okay. And now let's discuss Leicester City nil, Crystal Palace nil. There we go. Good night. See you later. I'm joking. Well, that was pretty boring, wasn't it? But yeah, let's get into the comments then tonight. As I always say, get the comments in, drop a like on the stream. I don't think I'll be talking for 30 minutes about this one because it was quite dull. But yeah, let's get into the comments. Should have really won that. It's one of those games, really, wasn't it? Typical half-12 kickoff. It was boring. It was dull, 0-0. You know what I mean? It was one of them ones. So yeah, I think we were the better of the two sides, but I think both sides were fairly poor throughout the game. So yeah, I think if any side was going to win, it probably should have been us. But apart from that, it was dull, wasn't it, boys? It really was. It was dull. The board need to sack him now. Really, the sign of the end. Really tells you he needs to go. Yeah, I think all of us are now Brendan out, and that type of result. Although yes, it's a point and whatnot. We obviously move up to 19th. It's not convincing. It's really not convincing. We played well. I would agree with you on parts, but not the whole game. And I think first 10 minutes in the second half, I thought we were playing quite well. We were attacking quite nicely, but first half, I thought we weren't fantastic. We had a few chances towards the end, but I think we played well in spells, but not throughout the whole game. I think we were quite poor and slow throughout some parts of it. Deserved more from this game. Daka, Madison, Barnes, such chances. True, but I still don't think it was very convincing. I don't want to be like the Mr. Negative, quite my words out, but I just don't think it was very convincing. Yeah, I think even when he came on, I still think he offered some threat. I think Daka was quite good today as well. I think that phase was excellent once again. I think he's really showing that he's going to be good for us as well. So still correct. I think Vardy can still do a good job for us. The problem is Iverson should be starting if anyone. I mean, Ward, although we want Iverson, and I think Ward did his job today. Obviously, a clean sheet is the only positive, really. That's 2 clean sheets out of the last 3 games, which is, we can't ask for much more. So defensively, I think we were quite good today, but just going forward, we couldn't really seem to, do much really. This is the only second ever Lcfc match I've been to. Ouch! So it took me ages to find you, but I went to find you. See, I went the wrong way. If that's your second game ever, I won't come back, mate. That was bloody boring today. Yeah, fair enough then. Jesus. It was a half-12 kickoff. It was a long one, wasn't it? But yeah. The draw isn't that bad. A clean sheet, played well and deserved to get. Yeah, I think if you're going to take some positives, you can. But to be fair, I'm not really that happy with today because, yes, we played well, but we're in a relegation scrap right now. And, when we are playing well, we need to get the wins, really. So, and that game was there for the taking. Should have been like, well, yeah, exactly. We had good chances. I think Palace, they had a few half chances. They had that one from Eze in the first half, which went over. Second half, Ward had to make one save. But apart from that, they didn't really have anything. They had a few breaks for Amati doing some stupid mistakes. But you know what I mean? Apart from that, it wasn't too much. Yeah, I think you should do. Hopefully, anyway. Back to the old profile picture. Come on. Iverson in. Waiting for Sportsa. I'm here, boys. I'm here. Let me catch you to the comments. Keep getting in as always, boys and girls. Decent game. Should have won, but keep in mind everyone expected us to lose. We managed to get a point and kept a clean sheet. Yeah, it's true. I don't know if I'm being too down with the game, but I just thought it was really flat, and I think we could have done a lot more. But yeah, I guess it's better than a loss, isn't it? At least we didn't lose for once. At least we're actually talking about a added league position here. We're going up to 19th. Come on, Forest or below us. But Madison did, has a stupid dive. To be fair, he misses the next game, just like you say. So yeah, that Leeds game. We'll talk about that a bit later. To be fair, because I really don't think there's much to talk about really with the game today because it was quite dull. Nothing really happened. Pretty much all to be said is we had a few chances, didn't really take them, and look better and look a bit better defensively, really. And I think that's basically it. I don't think we can really dig into it too much. I think performance-wise, I think Ward was quite good. He did his job. Justin, I don't know, he was a bit. The thing you guys know I don't like Justin. The thing which annoys me the most, he just doesn't progress the ball. He just doesn't progress the ball very much. And sometimes good passing back, but sometimes there's clear space to go into, or at least try and make a forward pass. But he's always taking a safe option. And, I'd rather him try and find a ball into like Sadaka, Barnes, etc. Madison or switch to play. Like today, I think we switched to play about once. You see like some Man City. I know we're not going to play as well as Man City, but you see Man City, it's a few passes, switch play, and that type of thing, and stretch the game. For Leicester, it seems to take 4 passes to go from one side to the other, and the best teams in football in general can do that in one, and that's what we need to do, in my opinion. I think we need to play a bit more quickly. Pratt and Mendy played well. They did fair play for Brendan for obviously bringing them on. Let me catch them up. There we go. Hello, Burn Forest. Good name, mate. Just see a guy with blue hair, brown eyes in the stadium. I don't think so. I wasn't really looking, to be fair, the crowd. Mendy on the right. Yeah, I think it's quite good. Oh yeah, just to say, obviously, there isn't a match day vlog today because nothing really happened. I don't really see the point of uploading one because it'll probably be about 1 minute long. So, yeah. There you go on that one. But yeah, next week I'll be at Wolves, so there will be one for that one. Not bad. We're going to lose to Leeds without Madison and Vardy. Not with his shooting boots on. To be fair, I do think we'll beat Leeds. I don't know why. Something tells me we'll win. It's a night game. I think we'll win against Leeds. I really do. Ward clean sheet. Yeah, I think if you are going to look at some potential good stuff, which I think we should, let's not be Mr. Negative Sportsa. But yeah, I think, hopefully we can keep that going. Just like I said last night, I think so far at home we have been slightly better. Obviously, we drew to Brentford, lost to Southampton, which was awful, lost to United, but then also beat Forest and got a point today. So it's poor, but it's not as bad, is it? So hopefully we can keep that up on Thursday night, which is a very important game as well. Leeds started the season quite well, struggling, but Crystal Palace, to be fair, I thought they were going to be quite good, but they were shocking. They were awful. Last night, I was like, as they Zaha going to rip us to shreds. But in truth, Crystal Palace looked very poor today. And defensively, everyone seems to raise about flipping Guehi and Joachim Anderson. But Daka did Anderson on several occasions then. And he got quite unlucky. So I think Palace, that's what I mean. They were there for the taking. I think we should have really won today. I think we played all right, but it's playing a right and then there's getting 3 points, and today we got one. So I think it's a game which we can build upon, but we need to build upon that into our next game against Leeds and carry that into Wolves. So of course beat Forest today. So it's a game which it's an all right result, but we really could have done with 3 points. And, if you look at our last 3 games, Forest, Bournemouth, and today against Palace, really should have got 9 points. Obviously beat Forest, Bournemouth were there for the taking, I think, and Palace today were there for the taking, or even 7 points. I think we should have won today and maybe got a point against Bournemouth. I would have took that because Bournemouth, to be fair, are looking quite good. But you know what I mean? It's like it's good playing well in that, but sometimes you just got to win. And I'd rather play Leicester play crap and win. You know what I mean? So 3 points is it's what we need right now. It was okay. Yeah, I think that's the best way to put it. Really, not bad, but yeah, I think it was a slight improvement from Bournemouth. I think Mendy most underrated. I think he did quite well when he came on, did his job, and I think with Mendy he offers a bit more than Samara. I think Samare, I thought he was quite poor today, to be fair. Really poor, actually. I think, I want to see him get some more game time, but he just seems to be so off it. I don't know, especially today, he just seems to always take the safe pass, which once again, yes, at times it's good to do, but he had a lot of occasions to kind of come forward, progress the ball, and even dribbling himself. He's a powerful man. He can come through, the lines. So it's frustrating. I think on times the crowd got frustrated where the forward pass was there. It always seemed to go back to Amati and about Faz. And Amati, the guy divers on the ball so much, doesn't he? But yeah, not too bad. A bit of a boring game, but it was disappointing, to be fair. Big ants in the chat. Come on, I do. Yeah, beautiful. Graham Potter's blue arm. To be fair, and Ant was singing that chant in December last year, so Ant is a visionary. I'm not pleased, but let's not be negative. To be fair, I usually am quite negative on there, aren't I? But I can't. Can't be positive about Leicester right now, boys. I'm sorry. I do, yeah, Kai. Kai's he's down here, aren't you? Yeah, you come on. But yeah, I don't really know what else to say from the game. I think if we look at performance-wise, I think man of the match. I thought probably about Fast, to be honest. I think it was quite good today once again. I think didn't really make any mistakes. Tried to be as progressive as possible. Defensively, was quite good. He helped Marty out on several occasions. So I don't really think he can. I don't really think he could do much more. I don't agree, Ant, to be fair. I just think there was times when he could have just progressed it a bit better, and I know he's still adapting to the English game, but I just think he could have dealt with the game slightly better. But he's coming. Gone and excellence, you know. He's so shit, isn't he? He's so bad. The guy's so slow on the ball. He takes about 10 seconds to go pass. It's like, speed it up, bro. Like, what is going on with, like, how can a Sunju not get at least any type of game time? It's like, what is going on? But yeah, to be fair, we kept a clean sheet, so you can't really ask too much more than the defence. I think we dealt with Zaha quite nicely. Eze caused us a few issues, but yeah. Hello, mate. Positive. Faz was really good. Do you see his tag? Yeah, I think it was an IU earlier. Yeah, so I mean, he loves a good challenge, and I think that's what we need. And we need more people like him, some proper leaders. I think Castagna today was quite lazy. I think there's that one in the second half towards the last 10 minutes or so. He gave away a really cheap corner from where I sat. Could have got it. And I think, I don't know what Castagna today wasn't really on it. I think the fullbacks just need to progress the ball a bit more. And I think we're too scared to really take a risk going forward. And at times, I'd rather, take a risk, push a few people up and play a more riskier pass and just keep going round the back because it just doesn't go anywhere. So I think sometimes we need to be a bit more braver going forward and take a few more risks. And that could help. But obviously the players in the back of their heads know that Ward's in goal. But if we had Iverson, we would be able to do that. So exactly. Yes. Yeah, of course. A lot of you. It's on the ceiling as well. Come on. Global. So happy we didn't sell Madison. Yeah. To be fair, last two games he hasn't been great though, has he? So obviously I'm not saying he's a bad player or anything, but I think, this game against Leeds, obviously he won't be playing. So he's gonna have a full week to rest, and that Wolves game he needs to be on it. So I do want I've got him down here. Retrieve him. There we go. Look. Come on. Clappers out. To be fair, we might need to bring the clappers back. That's the look how my room is bare dusty. But yeah, see all that fluff? Wow, that's embarrassing. I need to clean it up. But yeah, I think atmosphere was obviously really flat today. But I don't really think you can blame it. To be fair, it's a half-top kick-off. The team are playing awfully. There's nothing really to get behind. Brendan went straight down the tunnel, which is frustrating. Too scared to come out and clap the fans. And some of his flipping stuff after the game. The guy said it was too hot. How is that too? How I don't get that. How is that too hot? We played Arsenal in like 35 degrees a few weeks ago. So what's that then? It's just a shit excuse, isn't it? It's too hot. It's like 15 degrees. It's nothing. I was cold. Wasn't very good today, but we should have at least. Yes, what we should have won, but we didn't. 12 degrees, yeah, scorcher, and scorcher. Poor, yeah, no. Yeah, to be fair, they even did the birthdays, liars. They said they were going to ban him, but poor Zach Rodgers and Brendan out didn't get him. Should have won about 4-0. I don't know. Some of I think the shots towards the end were we had a good chance, but we just didn't take them. Barnes had a few chances coming in off the left. He actually had a few shots from corners. Most of them were straight at Guaita. I think Barnes probably had the best of chances, but apart from that, we didn't really strength. We didn't do too much. James Madison had a few from the edge, but some right shit on my laptop. But yeah, I think chance creation was there. Just didn't have that final product and that final shot really. But I think it will come because I think so far this year we have shown that Leicester can attack quite well. So it's too hot. Remember the summer and it's for I know. It's just that's one of the most stupidest excuses. That it sounds like a club, doesn't it? It's a proper silly excuse. That is, really is. It's a proper silly excuse. But yeah, obviously Leeds is up next. We're going to quickly touch on this. Obviously the Union FS lot in the singing section did hold up a ban. I think at the end of the game, time for the board to take action, which I think is spot on. I think Top would have seen that. There was a few pictures of Top, obviously not looking too pleased. So you never know. I don't think he will get sacked, but I think Top really needs to, pull his finger out and do it. I think, he wants. He must have a good relationship with Brendan. It's just, that's obvious. He wants to try and give him as much chance as possible, which he's been given way too much chance. The train going past my house, boys. Here we go. Yeah, that he is. That's the thing. I don't. If that's the thing which is making it more frustrating. Like there's losing and he's making these stupid excuses up each week. And it's like, just try and accept responsibility for once. And yeah, it's a stupid excuse. Like next week, we'll say it's too cold, the grass was too long, the ball's flipping too round. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just silly comments. Yeah, no worries, Connor, mate. You are king, absolute goat. But yeah, I will be at Wolves, so we'll you know what, Ant, you are going, aren't you? So let's get a big Ant in the vlog. Come on, I'm going to bring a proper microphone as well, boys. So there's going to be some interviews. If you are going to Wolves, I'll be doing some interviews outside the ground. So come over if you are going. When is the one who's a labyrinth? I know it's like he's been given more than enough time. More than enough time now. I know I've said this a lot, but it's obvious. I know, but if you lose 5-2 to Brighton, you lose what was it 6-2 to Spurs. That was a month ago now. It's like how on earth is the guy still in charge? You know what I mean? That Forest game, I tweeted it. We'll beat Forest and Brendan will stay until the World Cup. It's gonna happen. Watch, it's gonna happen. I'll give it a little man. That's sound on. Yeah, I'll get you in there. I need to do some for portfolio type of stuff, but I'll obviously include it in a vlog as well. So I don't blame Todd, but he needs to do something about it then, doesn't he? You can't just stay mad. I ain't been on your live streams for 3 months, I won't say. That's because Leicester rubbish, isn't it? Big man Dennis Pratt, though. What a hero. It's good to see him finally get some game time. I think Dewsbury wasn't great today, to be fair. We all love him, obviously, but there's a time for, he wasn't great, was he? Let's be honest. He obviously works hard for the team and presses from the front quite well in that 4-4-2 structure. But apart from that, doesn't really offer too much. And I think he's been quite poor. I think he was at fault for one of the Bournemouth goals. I think it was the first one where he gave a stupid throwing away. So, I think we've got options there. We've got Mendy, we've got Dennis Pratt, and you know what I mean? Tends to be a doctor. Yeah? Don't know what you mean by that, mate, but big up to Dennis Pratt. What a hero. I mean, get Dennis Pratt starting against Leeds. There's no Madison. Do it. I want to see some Dennis Pratt's excellence in there. The Belgium connection. You got Castagna, you got Valfaz, you got Tillemans, and you've got big Dennis Pratt. Be beautiful stuff, boys. Be beautiful stuff. Quality stuff. But yeah, I think Dennis Pratt should really get a start against Leeds. Josh is what? Go on, Luke. Yeah. Cheers. Appreciate it. Any vlog? No, Kyle. I did record some clips, but I just think obviously it was a bit of a boring game. I don't really see much point of uploading one because nothing really happened. So yeah, no vlog from the game today, sadly, boys. But yeah, I was there. But yeah, the next vlog will be Wolves. I'm not going to the Leeds game because it's just too much money. And yeah, next 3 games I'm going to is Wolves away, Everton away, and West Ham away. So what an absolute ultra I am. So yeah, that'll be the next 3 vlogs until the World Cup because oh, I said Ant dinner. Whoops. Yeah, poor me. But yeah, there's no vlog from me and there's no vlog from Anne. I thought you said from me, but anyway, who cares? I look like a dickhead now. But yeah, I'm gonna go stay on for another 5 minutes. So, boys and girls, I don't really, like I said, there's not too much to talk about today after that absolute rubbish show. But yeah, Leeds United up next then on Thursday night. We'll be strapping, yeah, of course, standard. I think I'm sitting near them as well, seeing how, but yeah, maybe. I guess quality footage. Mitsubishi, Pereira, Perez, Tillemans, oh no. Take me back to 2019-20. Well, yeah, well, maybe not 2020, but yeah, end of 2019 because that was beautiful stuff. But yeah, we've got to try Vardy and Daka up top at Leeds, both clinical in front of goal. Yeah, I just think it's a bit. They're both similar players, but yeah, I can't see it happening. But yeah, I think we need to try and mix it up a bit. I think Daka's been all right. I thought he was quite good today. Obviously, he went for in behind on a few occasions, but didn't really have much support. I think Barnes has been awful with the last 2 games. To be fair, I know he scored against Forest, but you know what I mean. Yeah, Bournemouth was poor today. He did all right. I don't think it's fantastic, but that's the thing. Would be good if we had someone called Ademola Lookman, wouldn't it? But clearly flipping not. Ward used to be so good when the Carabao Cup. Yeah, I think. Well, the last 3 games, Bournemouth obviously was awful, but Forest was all right today. It was all right. So I don't know why, but we just seem to play so bad away from home. I think the last time we won away was Brentford. No, the last time we won away against a team who's currently in the Prem was Brentford, and that is pretty much a whole year ago right now, which is absolutely shocking. I think the last away game we won was Watford, and then it was obviously we won PSV. Obviously that was in the Conference League and stuff. So what like that was there. Hello, Ethan, mate. Hope you're doing all right. Nacho Vardy and maybe Pratin, you know it. Mendy and Sunch. Yeah, I'll take it. Connor's brother. Big up to Connor and Jake. Come on. This is stupid. I don't know. It's just a stupid thing, man. Like we're having to play Vippy Madison on the right. It's just. Do you not have like 15 mil? What was it? Something like that. 15, 30 mil to just. I just don't get it, man. It's not even like it's a hard transfer to do, is it? And I guarantee it was Brendan said no. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. Oh yeah, I know. We got well lucky then as well, didn't we? Brentford battered us the whole game. That's what I mean. Like, when's the last time we've gone away and won convincingly against a team who's in the Prem? Must have been lockdown. You know what I mean? It's like I can't even think genuinely. We used to be proper good away as well, but now it's just poor. I think Vardy's fine. Yeah, I think obviously he hasn't scored, and as a striker, that's what you're going to be judged upon. But I think today he still offered quite a bit of threat. He's still, running in behind, causing problems. So yeah, I still think he's going to do a good job. What does Alisson have to do? God knows. Maybe because it's too hot and he can't deal with the heat. I don't know. God knows. Yeah, come on, Colin and Jake, check Twitter. All right. So look, I saw the notification. What's answer to it? I guarantee it's a video of me using the clapper in it. Guarantee it. Oh, that's not replying to me. Oh, so Lookman goal. Oh, look at that finish, man. Sad, isn't it? The composure on that to cut him behind and slot it top bins. Barnes would never do that in a million years. He'd shoot first time, wouldn't he? Painful. Painful. Dackett isn't finished. Yeah, he's not. I really like Lookman. Yeah, I think we all did, to be fair. I think, obviously, at times he wasn't, some games he wasn't that good. But, yeah, he does a good job. He's not scared to run at some people. He had a good connection with lots of James Madison, who's Brawl, etc. And, he's English, easy to work with. He's had Premier League experience, and I think the move to us then would have been good for him. He would have settled his career down because obviously he's been on loan to lots of Everton, Leipzig, and obviously now he's on loan to Atalanta. So you know what I mean? It's like that could have been a good move for him, but I think right now, fair play to him, he's doing good there. So I imagine he's going to probably sign there permanently because I think he scored about 6, 7, 8 goals already so far this year, probably a bit more. So exactly, it's what we need, and right now we don't have anyone. Because Michael Bright's finished. He clearly doesn't want to play Jose Perez, so we don't have a single right winger, really, do we? It's like I think we all knew it was going to happen. To be fair, personally, I thought Lookman, in an ideal world, obviously going into the summer, we all thought we're gonna have this big rebuild. Personally, I thought Lookman would have been the first guy in the club on the first day. Really, just get it done. Clearly didn't happen, did it? It's just crazy. The last convincing away win, in my opinion, was 2021 versus United, away when we won 2-1. Yeah, but even that was against flipping United's B team, weren't it? With like flipping Twanzebe playing with a flipping Apple Watch on. You remember that? Like, even that weren't convincing. It's mad, isn't it? It's crazy. Like obviously away games are tough, but even no, even that wasn't. Yeah, exactly. We got lucky in that. We got a few jammy VR. Even Mark Albright bloody scored, didn't he, in the league? So our away form is shocking. We used to be proper good. You hate Forest. Hate Forest more, especially now. Their fans do my head in. Just see their post on socials before the game about flipping playtime or something. God, why? I don't understand. They're so arrogant when they're absolutely rubbish. So arrogant. So arrogant. Yeah, to be fair, that was exactly. It's just Brendan's spot job blues. Come on, the pause absolutely huge. In the summer, Harit and the all rejects. Yeah, I think also we were close to signing. Harit, I think from Marseille, wasn't it? Or he's gone to Marseille now, but he was at Schalke. So yeah, so it's another one there. I think Jason Denayer could have been a perfect signing, really. Him alongside that face could have been excellent, I think. But for me, we just needed to get a winger. Look, man, it's an obvious signing, and I don't think we will do it. But in January, we need to sign a winger, man. We have to. We just even if it's a loan, just get one done. Get I don't know Callum Hudson Odoi. He's rubbish, but he's better than nothing, isn't he? And Ansel was right. To be fair, he's new since day one. But you know what, boys? But we'll do 30 minutes tonight because we're almost there. Don't know how I've talked for that long about this game. Yeah. Last convincing away win of the Eagles against a decent side was Villa 2-1 win. Yeah, that's a good shout actually, and Ethan. Do remember that game quite well. Did a watch along with my good mate Harry Bettis, who is an Aston Villa fan. So good times. Obviously, the week after that, I think we lost to Slavia Prague at home. So classic Leicester, wasn't it? But that's what I mean. Like away, away Leicester used to be fantastic. A lot more, especially in the we used to be good away in general. Really, we used to win away more than home. But apart from that, it's like now we're just awful. He was. Can't win convincingly away from home in the Premier League against a decent side for nearly 1.5 years. Crazy, innit? Crazy. I don't mean like going back to them 3-4-0, but like a solid 2-0 win or something. Like, you know what I mean? It's like away we're so. I know away's tough, but some of the games away were just so bad. We just fall apart. I'd take anyone, to be fair. I never liked under. Well, look, was even under. I know he weren't great, but he's better than nothing, isn't he? I think didn't really get too much of a chance. Brendan gave him about 5 games, scored about 2 goals, and that was it, weren't it? But we are tragic, to be fair. Starving on, mate. That day was one of the worst ones ever. Honestly. I was going to do back in those days. I was doing live watch longs. I went to do a watch long for the game. The stream got taken down. They got a 1-week ban from YouTube for some copyright stuff. And then obviously we lost the game as well. So I was that night. I was fuming, proper fuming. I heard Alex Scott van der Beek, Dragovic. I keep saying Dragovic. It's not Dragovic, the goalkeeper. Schmeichel could all join. Hopefully, but I doubt it. I need to read that guy's name right. I don't know why I keep saying Dragovic, but he's a good defender when he for us. Casper would be a step back for Zymo. We need a new keeper, but don't go back to. Yeah, it's true. We need Albon Lafont. Bring him in. You know what I mean? It's like just play Iverson for God's sake. I imagine top pools. Wait, no. Keyword: imagine. We always. Yeah, I think home form is obviously important, especially in our current situation. I think that's the only positive right now is that at home we are looking slightly better and we're not looking as shaky defensively. So yeah, now he is Ethan. I do agree because sooner rather than later he needs to make a decision and start looking for some managers, and hopefully right now he is, but. It doesn't look like it because he seems to be fully backing Brendan. He's been at the last few home games and, obviously beat Forest, got a point today. So, based on that, it's 4 points from 6. So, I don't know though, but surely he's watching his games against Brighton and Tottenham away, for example, and Bournemouth away where we're just getting turned over. And it's like, yeah, you need to do something about it sooner rather than later. Remember that 2-1 loss versus Everton at home? Oh my God, yeah. Poor last year. It's Sportsa FBS. Has had bad luck ever since we had it. 40 lost to Spurs, Boston Champions League. Yep. Do you know what that stands for? Effing boo. There we go. FBS. Bring back King Power. But, it's a point. Or Thailand Smiles of You. We won the FA Cup in that, didn't we? Did we? I don't know. But, bring back the old sponsors. I mean, bring FBS in and we've got less money. So, no, he isn't ruthless in this. And I don't want to say this, but I think Big Chai, if Vichai was still here, God bless him, he would have sacked him. That's what I'm saying. I'd hate to say that, but it's true. I think it really is, and I think Top needs to really. He needs to make a decision. Yes, Brendan's doing wonders for us. He's won the FA Cup. He's got to Europe back to back. Should have got Champions League, etc., etc., etc. But football's not like that. You can't hold on to past things. If a player, if you got flipping a player who's won the World Cup, won the Ballon d'Or, but now he's absolutely useless, you're not going to play him, are you? So you know what I mean. It's like we need to make a decision. He needs to make it quickly. If we didn't bottle it versus Everton away and we won 1-0, then they got also a point versus Everton last year. We would have got relegated. I know, and if we got more results from there, we would have got we could have easily got Conference League this year. I know it's only the Conference League, but it's more money, it attracts more players, and I don't think we'd have been in this situation. So, but to be fair, if we had Conference League this year, it would have been an absolute nightmare, I think. Yeah, exactly. No one is top out whoever he's. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, facts, Wilfred, mate. If you're still here, would have, yeah, I do agree. To be fair, I don't maybe, yeah. I got to go. One more thing. I want to sing. I ain't singing the chant. I don't know if you mean me or you, but I ain't singing the chant after that, mate. I'll sing one at Wolves, yeah, next week. Right, if you beat Leeds on Thursday, I'll do a live, like really late at night, and I'll do some chants. Okay, maybe I can't. I regret saying that right now, but anyway. Forest get battered. Hello, screw it. Everywhere they go. Forest get battered. Everywhere they go. Brennan needs to try. Might as well he's still on the. Or I don't know about that. The under 21s lost 7-0 to Fulham the other week, so don't know. We finished 4 points behind. Yeah, he's a good player though. But we finished 4 points behind West Ham. If you hold on, exactly. Yeah, that West Ham game was awful, weren't it? You're watching the boxing tonight? I don't think so, mate. I'm probably just going to go sleep because I don't feel too well after watching that rubbish. I got a fat headache. I got a massive lie in front of me. It's not fun, boys. So, yeah, we have reached the 32-minute mark somehow. I don't know how I've waffled for 32 minutes after that rubbish today, but hey, there we go. But yeah, come enjoy today's stream, boys and girls. As I always say, drop a like, massively helps the channel out. I'll be back on Wednesday with the match preview for Leeds. Like I said, I won't be at the Leeds game, so there will be a match reaction. And then we'll be back on Saturday for the Wolves preview, and then we'll be there for the Wolves vlog on Sunday next weekend. So lots of videos on the way. Then obviously we'll have the reaction to Wolves on Monday evening as well. So yeah, like I said, lots of stuff on the way. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed tonight's stream. Obviously a disappointing result today, but it's maybe a step in the door. I don't know. It's a point, and it's better than a loss, but it's still not great. But yeah, all right. So let's go for the final comments. Cheers, Wilfred, mate. Hopefully you get back from your injury. Yeah, maybe. And you see what she did to KSI. Jesus Christ. Have a good night, boys. And £8 for it's a new. We'll probably lose, won't we? But yeah, hopefully we can get a result on Thursday against Leeds. And the main thing is this week we're not 20th or 19th, so but we're still going down. Anyway, all the boys, and I'll see you boys next time. As I always say, massive thanks to you guys for coming in, and I'll speak to you very soon for another preview or a live, whatever I decide to do. So yeah, anyway, boys, stay safe and Rodgers out.